Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, and today I'll be reading Multi-Character Extruder by me. So let's get into it. Child. Child's actually very gentle and very caring. So, beyond the first time, he will know exactly what to do. And since this was not the first time this happened, he would have the dates marked on his calendar. Just so he would know he'd have to be ready and get everything stocked. And what exactly would get stocked would be your pantry, and also your snacks, and of course, maybe tampons if you're out of them. You don't even have to do anything. And of course, he gets you heat pads. And once all of that is done, then he will go over to you, wrapping his arms around you tightly and kissing you, having you sit on his lap, and watching a movie with you. He makes sure to spend at least the first day with you. He doesn't want you being in pain and just leaving you alone. He doesn't like that. And if he's busy, then at least he'll try to make sure that you're with a friend. But for the most part, that never happens because he always makes sure to free up those days for you. He just wants you to be okay and happy. And even though he was loyal to that Saritsa, you came first to him, which was a lot, you know? Albedo. Albedo had everything planned, and he'd probably even come up with a potion. Just to lessen from, the pain of these cramps. He's a genius. I don't doubt him being able to make anything just to make you feel better. And something else too. He does stay with you and makes sure that even if you're working or something and you get those cramps, then he will escort you back home to Mondstadt. He's not letting you stay in the harsh atmosphere of Dragonspine, all while you're in pain like this. He will try to think of ways to make it a lot lesser. And he'll make sure to make the vibes all romantic, at least the first 2 days, just so you don't go through them alone. And if he has work, then he can always just put it away for another time. To Albedo, you were his first priority, and anything else came after. Also, Klee would really make your day better by just, sitting on your lap and making you warmer even. Yeah, she was a much better replacement for a hate bad, even though sometimes she talked her head off. But she was cute, so it was fine. Venti? Venti would be really clueless at first, and you would think otherwise because, he's a damn Archon and he's lived for decades. But no, he has no idea what he's talking about. And he just doesn't know how to deal with it. He's all freaking out. But then you tell him what exactly he needs to do, and he's on it, teleporting and getting you whatever you need in less than 5 minutes. It was heavenly. And after, when he made sure the basic things were done, he went to Good Hunter to get your favorite food. He knew it would be distracting from the pain and all the tiredness from this, and he was right about it. He didn't know how he knew these things, but food, to be honest, was the best solution for almost any problem, especially for you. And honestly, me too. But regardless of my preferences, he really was just the sweetest guy, and he would do everything to learn. After all, your comfort was really important to him, and even if he was close before, he was more than willing to learn, just so you'd be happy and not in pain anymore. He would even sing songs for you. Kazuha. Kazuha probably knows the basics, but not too much. He'd still be kind of nervous and a little clueless. But then you key him in on everything he needs to know. And he's very mature about the way he handles it. He stays calm and gets everything done. I mean, that's Kazuha for you. The man who gets it done. Unlike some other guys, who would probably just be freezing in place and doing nothing. Anyway, Kazuha gets everything ready and takes you home as soon as possible. If you're at work, that is. he would give you the heat pad that he got from a shop, and tampons, and of course, he would make some blanket forts for you and have you sit on his lap as he would stroke your hair gently. His soft, soothing voice telling stories from the old legends of Inazuma. Some stuff you have never heard, and others you've heard about before. But nevertheless, you would love to hear them again, if only to hear how they sound from Kazuha's lips. Scaramouche. Scaramouche actually has no idea what that is. What's a period? What are cramps? Oh, he was freaking out. Real bad. Because you were bleeding? Didn't that mean you were hurt? It would take a very long time to explain to him what this actually was, and you'd be suffering for a little bit. But soon after it was fine, because he would order his men to get whatever you needed, which meant that you were going to be spoiled today. He would even let you take out, because he knows just what food you like, and since it was something warm too, surely it must help. I mean, you were getting heat pads and snacks, so a warm dinner that you loved was going to help in some way. It had to, and he was right about it. He was more than helpful, and he tried to help in any way he could. And after you were done setting everything up, for you to just rest and pass the time as your cramps just annoyed you, he held your hand, squeezing it gently and kissing you from time to time as you read a book or did some paperwork, sitting right next to you. Scaramouche might be busy, but he was not going to let you go through this alone. Xiao. Xiao would treat this normally, actually. He's the most mature one about it, and he probably has heard about it before, but he doesn't get it very much. But he will be extremely collected, getting everything you need, and telling you what to do. He would also mark the date on his calendar. Actually, he probably doesn't even need to mark it. He would know it right away. And even though you're a little bit embarrassed the first time you tell him about it, because you think it's nothing he's familiar to, all the embarrassment goes away from the way he's handling it. And he actually spoils you a lot, and starts being more intimate and affectionate during those days, because he knows it will comfort you. And since you were going through a lot of pain, he didn't want that for you. And he was going to make things a little bit easier, which was good. He loved this. And he also really loved being in his arms on his lap. Honestly, maybe cramps did have an advantage. Only sometimes.